Hey there, welcome back to my round robin. Today we're going to talk more about on-page SEO, basically making our site to where it is eligible and search friendly, and making sure that we're serving up our content pages and our website as a whole to the search engines in the right manner. A lot of times you're going to see a lot of sites that do rank, and you kind of wonder why they come up for all those various key phrases. And I'm going to take you through some basic elements that kind of dictate how that happens at the very simple level. But at the same time, it's the foundation of making sure that all your pages are optimized properly, and that way when you do your link building campaigns to draw back traffic to your website and draw back on-page spidering, basically draw robots from search engines back to your site, that you're actually serving them the right information, so you're not creating red flags. There's a good article I actually have listed in the CRM right now for you guys by Rand Fishkin at SEO Moz that really kind of goes through some of the basics of on-page optimization, understanding the value of your title tag, your H1 tags and descriptions. I'll actually show you some live examples of what those look like by doing a couple queries here shortly. But then also this article does a really good job explaining the difference between a naive SEO person and something that's a little more accurate. And it's a really good article, so I encourage you guys to visit the link and read it, because it really helps explain in writing a lot of the things that I'm speaking about today. But the main thing is it's not necessarily obviously just the title and the description, but the actual content of the article itself. On-page SEO is making sure that people interact well with your content. So making sure that there's actual authenticity, there's passion, there's a realness to the content itself, that you actually are concerned about what you're actually displaying on your website. But some of the basic stuff I want to go through is I'm going to show you, I guess, what not to do, and then what to do, and then that way you can analyze your site and determine, see where you're at. A lot of times when you hire a web designer or developer, unless they have some sort of skill set that is associated with search engine optimization, there's a good chance that you'll be duplicating your title tags. There's a good chance that you'll be using the same description on every page of your website, creating confusion. I mean, if you basically have a piece of information, and each essay or article you have, they all have the same title saying this is what this article is about, then you're going to create a confusion for the search engine robots themselves. They're going to be like, okay, this guy says he's offering this information on this page, and then he says he's offering the same information on his About Us page, and then on his contact form page he says he's offering the same thing. So you're going to see kind of exactly what that looks like by doing a live case study. I hate to pick on a company called Advanced Access, but I just use them as an example because I know a lot of their sites are not optimized properly, and there's a lot of redundancy in keywords and irrelevancy of keywords used on specific titles. So I just did a search for La Jolla Real Estate and then Advanced Access, and then you're going to see all their clients that come up. I think there's pages and pages of them. So I'm just going to go to page 3. And the one I'm going to select is called ireneandjim.com. You can actually visit this site to see an example of what not to do. www.ireneandjim. That's IRENEANDJIM.com. And that'll give you an example of, obviously when you click on the site, you'll see that it's way too busy as far as on-page conversion and giving people a good user experience. But I'm looking at it more from a technical level. So if you copy and paste the domain name www.ireneandjim.com on your clipboard, then pull up a new window, and let's go ahead and bring up google.com. And what I want you to do is type in site : SITE : and then the domain name www.ireneandjim.com, and then do a search. And what it's going to do is just kind of show some of the pages that are indexed in Google. It's going to show you what they're, kind of how all the title tags that are recognized by Google look on the website, and then we can kind of use a case study of what pages don't make sense. They don't transfer through properly. Right away you see Irene and Chandler and Jim Schultz. That's their homepage title. So that's the main keyword that they're going for, is their name. The problem with that is there's not a lot of search queries for their name. They would probably want to go, if they're going to offer real estate in La Jolla, they'd want to have their primary title for their homepage to be more relevant to La Jolla Real Estate Associates, Irene Chandler and Jim Schultz, something that ties in La Jolla. And then below that, you see this description. La Jolla Homes for Sale, search La Jolla Real Estate dash La Jolla Homes, La Jolla Property Top. It's really keyword spammy, when it really the description should be something very simple. Irene and Chandler, local La Jolla residents, have been offering real estate to La Jolla residents for over 20 years or whatever. Something just really unique and a good representation of what this site offers. Then if we go down, you see La Jolla, every page almost has La Jolla Homes for Sale, La Jolla Real Estate, La Jolla Homes for Sale, La Jolla Real Estate, La Jolla Homes for Sale. It's really kind of spammy, because you're trying to tell the search engine that every piece of information on every page of this website is about La Jolla Real Estate and La Jolla Homes for Sale. You can kind of see how that obviously doesn't translate to a search engine robot. If we click on this one, La Jolla Homes for Sale, La Jolla Real Estate, La Jolla Homes for Sale, La Jolla, number one, it doesn't read well. It's spammy with keywords, and they have this exact same description as they had on their homepage. La Jolla Homes for Sale, search La Jolla Real Estate, La Jolla Homes for, it's craziness. So when you actually click on the link and you go through to the landing page, we look at, okay, well then obviously if you're telling the search engine robot this is about La Jolla Real Estate and La Jolla Homes for Sale, I would expect that you would see La Jolla Real Estate and La Jolla Homes for Sale. But what it does is it actually creates a page. The link goes through to a page that's about San Diego Gaslamp Padres ballpark homes. So right now we have a disconnection already. So we have a title tag that is telling the search engine robots that this page offers quality content and listings and property listings for La Jolla, and it transfers through to a site that is not a page that is not even relevant to that information. So immediately the continuity between the title of what you're offering and the content on the page is broken, and it happens throughout all of these sites. And it's really an unfortunate thing, because they're not search friendly, and it really hurts the people's business. They don't even probably a lot of times know what's going on, because this is something that kind of comes out of the box when you purchase one of these templates. But a good exercise is to type in site://www.yourdomainname.com in Google search, and if you're indexed in Google, if you're actually recognized and being read properly by Google, it will bring up your page list. Then you can go through and look at your titles and say, okay, when you read that title and when you actually click on that title, is it translating, is it going to a page on your website that represents information that you're saying is there? The continuity between a title, a unique quality description that represents what information is on the page, is what's going to make good SEO. It's not rocket science. It's a simple exercise. Once we actually add content to our blog, which I'll do that in a future exercise, we're going to do a post probably middle of this week, and I'm going to show you using WordPress how to adjust your title, description, and how to make a good post, because that information is not only going to be on your web page, but it's going to be syndicated on the internet, and we need to make sure that if it is picked up by a reader, or if it is picked up by a search engine, that we're making sure that our information is being supplied properly. It's really sad when you see these sites like this, but maybe we'll have to reach out to these guys at some point. But if you go back through and look at some of these other sites, or just do some searching on the internet, you're going to find out that when you do a keyword search, relevant information will come up to what your keyword was, and this blue bar is called the title, like when you actually do a query. So let's do a sample query. Let's see. Okay, it's funny. It's suggesting how to hard-boil eggs. Okay, we'll do that then. I did that search, and what we have is, here's the keyword that we searched in Google, and then when you see all the sites come up, the title tags, this blue bar, is the same thing that we saw on the other website that said La Jolla Homes, La Jolla Real Estate, and so on. The relevant pages are coming up. How to make a perfect hard-boiled egg. You see the keyword is actually in bold. And then the next page, WikiHow. These are all how-to article directories. These are places we'll be submitting to when we do our how-to articles. But you can notice that it's pulling that information. It's a unique description below it. And then when you click on it, it's going to go ahead and take you to a relevant page that has, look, you have pictures of exactly how to boil hard. I mean, this is why this website comes up at the top of Google for this actual key term. It's because the continuity is there. So check your pages of content on your website. And another way to see your title tag, if you're not familiar with using your browser, is go ahead and click on the individual link to the website. And up here in your actual browser window, the tab you have will actually show you what your title tag is as well. Check your pages, make sure that they're search friendly. This is some very basic on-page optimization. Before we do a lot of heavy article directory submissions and a lot of linking, we got to make sure that the actual infrastructure of our site as a whole is all clean, and make sure that everything is being served up to the search engines properly. Until tomorrow, we'll dive into some more submissions tomorrow, but yeah, check your site, and if you have any issues and you need help, if you don't know whether your site is indexed properly, you can go ahead and send your domain name to support@myroundrobin.com, and we'll take a look at it for you guys. Take care.